Hey, BookTube. Excuse me. It's Peg at the History Shelf. Thursday night, 9:30, Colorado. It's cold. Just seemed like a real bookish night. I'm at my desk, got my books behind me, all around me. Was thinking about Nonfiction November. I'm still putting together my final list of what I want to read. And I wanted to choose a small, like a thin, doable backlist book. And I thought it'd be fun. I chose three. However, I'm only going to pick one of those, and I thought I would poll you guys and see what you think I should do. So anyway, let's just get into it. It's an interesting little mix of books. They're all backlist, and got a couple of these bargain books. The first one I'm kind of interested in reading is, let me go over here. A Great Idea at the Time. The Rise, Fall, and Curious Afterlife of the Great Books. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Great Books, basically they were these massive encyclopedia-like looking books that contained, at the time, what was considered the canon of Western civilization, all the great writers, very small type. Often each page had like 2 columns of print. I own a few of those, just used. I picked them up because they're cool looking. They are very dense and hard to read. Not hard to read, but basically, you know, it's not your typical, beach reading. Anyway, this is about the guys who decided to put together the great books, and why they chose the writers they did. And anyway, so it's kind of a small volume. This, as you can see, there's an old library stamp. I bought this one used. Anyway, so there's this. If you're interested, maybe in hearing about this book after I read it, let me know. You can just comment below. I might try to pop a poll in if I can figure out this nifty editing system, how to pop in a poll on the screen. Maybe I'll do it right here. I don't know. So it may or may not happen. So if you have a choice for which book, please just drop it in the comments below. Second book is a very short book from New Harvest Press. Very small, very high level, just look at the life of Hannah Arendt, Jewish philosopher. A Life in Dark Times by Nancy Heller. And this is from the Icons imprint series. So I have a big biography on Hannah Arendt that I want to get to that I bought secondhand. This one is very slim, but I got it for like $4.95 from HamiltonBook.com. Very nice, and it just gives you a high-level view of her life very quickly. It doesn't go into a lot of depth. But if you're interested in Hannah Arendt and want to learn a little bit more about her and her thoughts, I mean, obviously she's well known for writing Eichmann in Jerusalem, and that whole controversy about whether, the banality of evil, all this, school of thought. It was very controversial at the time when she wrote that piece, which turned into a short book. It was supposed to be a long reporting piece for, I believe, oh gosh, was it the Atlantic or the New Yorker? I think the New Yorker. Anyway, also an interesting movie was made about her, like a biopic, about 3 years ago with a very famous German actress, Barbara Sawota or something. I'm getting her name wrong, but that was interesting. However, it was really disgusting because everyone smoked constantly in this movie. I mean, I felt like I needed to take a shower after just watching it. It was so disgusting. But that's what they did, I guess. They just wrote and smoke, and I can only imagine all the books in their homes were just ruined. Ruined! Anyway, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Hannah Arendt, let me know, and I could read that one. And finally, this is one of my favorite ancient historian writers, ancient historian, Paul Cartledge, which I mentioned before in one of my other videos. And this is After Thermopylae. The Oath of Plataea, and the End of the Greco-Persian Wars. So it's a very slim volume, but everything that he writes, I read. And this is one I have not read yet. It's been on my shelf. So I was thinking of finally getting around to it. This is from Oxford University Press. They make amazing, amazing books. I love their catalog. Anyway, this one's going to go into the aftermath of Thermopylae, and it's about 160 pages, but it's got some great further reading suggestions in the back. There's a little bit of artwork, pictures. There's our guy, Herodotus. We love him. Anyway, so I think this could be a very interesting read. So if you're into ancient history, drop a vote for this below. Okay, so that's my backlist selections that I might read for next month for Nonfiction November. I would love your input. Which one you think is the most interesting, which one you'd like to hear about at the end of November when I do my wrap-up. I would love to know it. So in the meantime, everyone, I hope you're having a great night out there, and thanks for tuning in. And let's see, this weekend I'll be putting up a video, part 1 of my gratuitous book haul, and I promise I'm not going to have a big book haul like that again, not for a long time. I have more than enough to read, and I need to start working through a lot of them. And then also, I am going to start doing a bookshelf tour. So I might just pick a shelf. I've already had one request from, I believe, Nuno Fernandez in the comments. He really wants to know about this shelf behind me here. He sees Stalin. He sees the Stalin biographies by Stephen Kotkin, and he's like, I got to get that on my list. And yeah, I think so. You do. But I might do that shelf just for Nuno. So we'll see. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I'll be back soon. Tomorrow's Friday. TGIF. Happy reading. Take care. Be safe. Bye, BookTube.